Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks for watching our earwax removal video today. Now I've slowed the beginning part of this video down so you can have a good old look. I always rattle through these bits very quickly, but you can see what we're looking at when we first look in the ear canal here. This patient's come through not feeling completely blocked, but getting this intermittent blocking and unblocking of the ear canal. Now when you look at what we're removing here, you can see the wax is quite sticky. You'll also have noticed there's a little gap just at the top of the ear canal, and what's happening there is when the patient's laying on this ear canal, what happens is that the ear canal changes shape. So it goes from this shape to a more squished down shape, and then when that wax then is sticking to all the canal walls and blocking them up. So it takes a little while in the morning then for them to unblock again. Now this patient's quite a regular of ours, and they do get a little bit nervous when we're doing the suction. So they do tend to talk a lot all the way through the suction, which is why you might notice that the camera may just wobble a little bit every once in a while. And that's because the ear canal is actually flexing with the patient talking to me while I'm doing it. So what we've got here is very, very sticky. It's all around the outside edge. You can see we're lifting just from the side of the canal wall here. Now it sort of slopes up towards the back end of the ear canal, so up towards the eardrum there. So we're having to lift this front section before we can look at pulling that rear section away. With the standard size Zollner tube here, we're getting a good grip, and because it's this more stickier nature, you can see the whole piece of wax is starting to move here, so it's just starting to rock back and forth a little bit, but because the whole thing is moving, we're able to kind of reposition it here and sort of lift and try and bring this out. But as you can see, the back end, that sort of wider section of the back is actually still physically stuck to the canal wall. So what we're doing here is just breaking away this front section. And we do use the infant scoop on the second ear here. We do, the Jobson horn's going to come into play as well. So stay tuned for the second ear. I know you guys mostly probably do, but I always got to remind you anyway, just in case. So you can see now we've just getting to that deeper section now. This slightly wider piece here. Now you can see more prominently that gap that we were talking about at the top there. So we're trying to unstick the side pieces here because those are what's anchoring this piece of wax into place. So just a bit of a wiggle. There we are, just starting. You can see I'm really trying to work this off the canal wall. Now we could introduce a little bit of olive oil at this point if we wanted to, but because I've got a bit of movement here, I'm just sort of going with it a minute just to see whether this actually does come away. We've just broken a little piece off. Let's see if we can unstick this. You can see all the blood vessels will come to the surface underneath that piece of wax as well. So you can just see there's little sort of red lines. That's all little blood vessels coming to the surface just under that. That can happen, if you press down or if we're wiggling against it. If you sort of bump your skin, you'll see a little red mark. That's kind of the same sort of thing, but in the ear canal. So we've got it most of the way out now. It's just not quite budging that last bit. So let's bring the Jobson horn in at this point and draw this forwards. There we go. And again, just down the side, we're going to slow this down a minute now. We've got quite a prominent piece of wax here, so I don't mind using a Jobson, and we'd have to push down against the canal wall at all, which the patient can find uncomfortable. So there we are, all come away. One nice big chunky piece of wax that was sitting about 2/3 of the way or just over down the ear canal there. You can get a good look at it at that point. So we've just got a little bit of sort of tidying up to do here, just around this this right hand side. So we're just going to carry on with the Jobson horn and very, very lightly draw this along and try and pull this away. We could have used the standard size Zollner tube here, but if we can get away with using a tool that doesn't make any noise in the ear, and we can do it nice and gently right on the outside part of the ear canal here, it's going to make a big difference. So you can see as we're pulling this away, just using the side of the Jobson horn just to pick up that little bit of wax and just scoop that away. It's very soft, a little bit there, just in the bowl of the ear, so in this part of the ear here, there. And there we are, you can see the eardrum. Now it does look a little bit retracted. You can see we've got a slight light reflex there to the right hand corner, but we've also got a little bit of a light shining back on the left hand side as well, and that's just where the eardrum looks a little bit retracted. It doesn't look quite as healthy as we normally would, but the patient does have a history of ear, nose and throat problems. So this is the patient's other ear here. You can see a very similar story, very sticky wax here as well. I've slowed this one down right at the beginning just so you can get a good look in this. You can see what's going on. So we're going to go straight in with the standard size Zollner tube here and just detach from the canal walls again. You can see it's quite easy to peel it away just at the entrance here, but once you do peel, the rear part of the wax, that deeper section of wax, is really kind of holding this together. So we've got a nice big chunky bit there coming away from the front. Let's see if we can get behind this and get to the next section. You'll see a little lift of dry skin there at the bottom of the ear canal, which is going to complicate things a little bit because this sticky wax is going to want to hold on to anything it can get to grip on. And having that little bit of skin there is going to make it a little bit more difficult to get over the top of that. Then when we take a look at the top here, there we are, you can just see there's a little flap of dry skin coming down. So I thought for this one, we'll use the infant scoop. The reason I've chosen the infant scoop over the Jobson Horne here is because of this sticky and slightly softer nature of the wax. With the Jobson Horne, obviously because you've got that hole in the center to allow us to be able to see through, as you pull that through, sometimes a lot of the wax will disappear through that hole and it just cuts it rather than actually scooping it out, which is what this little infant scoop here is designed for. Patient doesn't have huge ear canals, which is why I've gone for the infant scoop rather than the Serra scoop here, which is the slightly bigger version of this as well. So you can see how it does a really good job of scooping this softer, stickier wax away from the canal walls here. And again, we're just going back in and just tidying and taking those bigger pieces away. Now we can see the eardrum there. We can just start to see the edge of it. So let's take all of this away here. Now, once we get so far down, we're working right against the canal wall. So if I try to get this piece away, I'm going to have to try and drop behind that back section and scrape it along the ear canal wall to effectively get this really sticky wax out. Now, a safer and more pleasant way of doing this for the patient, especially with a nervous patient, which we know our patient is here, is to pop a little bit of olive oil in, which is what we've done here, and then to lift using the suction. So it detaches from the canal wall really, really well. And you can see it all peeling away there. There we go. And if we can get that last section, you can see the patient that was talking away quite happily there, which is why it's moving a little bit. But as we pull this away, there we go. You've got a good grip. Out this comes. There we are. So we've got that sticky piece of wax from further in, but there is another little piece just behind the anterior recess here. You can see we've got this little chunky section just sitting right on top of the eardrum. So let's go with the fine end here. A little bit more precision. There we go. Got a good grip. Pull that out the anterior recess. There we are. It's all covered in olive oil, which means it slides really well across the canal wall. You can see that piece there we just held up to the camera. And then when we take a look behind that, you can see the eardrum there looks pretty healthy. There's a little tiny bit of soft wax here just on the ridge of the recess. So we're just going to take this away just around the outside edge. Patient really talking at this point. Now, it does make it a little bit difficult. If I felt for any reason we couldn't get this out without the patient, telling the patient without it moving too much, we would obviously tell the patient to try not to talk while we're doing it. But when somebody's quite nervous, if this helps to settle them down and we can get the wax out much better and much easier for them, albeit. So we've got, there we are, we've got, so that's 3.5 or just under 4 centimeters of wax, 1.5 inches. I got it right this time. I totally messed up inches on the last video. And you can see the infant scoop there as well to give you some idea of the size of that compared to the pieces of wax we removed. So yeah, nice little removal to do. Patient really happy with getting that out, and hearing much better as well. And fingers crossed won't get this intermittent coming and going of hearing. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did voicing it over. We'll see you again now on Wednesday. So as always, take care of your ears, take care of yourselves, and take care of one another, and I'll see you real soon. Bye everyone.